More and more information is continuing to come out on Bray Wyatt's release, so we'll go over what else has come out, what this all means for Alexa Bliss, Randy Orton's comment, and more. Let's start off with what this Bray Wyatt release really means for Alexa Bliss and her character. Like we previously discussed, the torch of Bray Wyatt's gimmick and creation has been passed down to Alexa Bliss. It now belongs to her character. Like Mickie James alluded to, it had nothing at all to do with Alexa Bliss the individual, but it's just a weird direction that WWE decided to take things in, with stealing one superstar's creation and giving it to someone else, then releasing them. It's not the first time this has happened either. There's been plenty of stories of superstars who have pitched something great and then their idea was given to someone else. So that's what we have going on here, and it's a shame because you would think that they would really learn from their mistakes from the first time. But Alexa Bliss is sort of becoming a victim of what Bray Wyatt was a victim of for a handful of years. And that's having an amazing, brilliant character with dreadful direction. So there's no more debating of what are they going to do with Alexa Bliss when Bray Wyatt comes back. Bray's not coming now. The gimmick now belongs to Alexa Bliss and it's hers to keep. There's new reports that WWE even considered cutting Bray Wyatt during the earlier wave of releases this year. So maybe this was the plan all along, give it to Alexa to keep it going and get rid of him. So now that Bray's not coming and no longer present in WWE, it would be great to see Alexa Bliss given some proper direction and purpose with a gimmick. Alexa Bliss's character and direction hasn't been the same since that horrific night of WrestleMania 37. It's almost as if the original dark Alexa Bliss character that everyone loved sort of disappeared with the Fiend after WrestleMania. However, with Bray out of the picture, it feels like the theory of Lilly coming to life as Alexa's alter ego has to happen now. That's most likely the plan here to keep Bray Wyatt's creation going in WWE without him actually being there. Lilly probably debuts at Summerslam. Coincidence because The Fiend also debuted at Summerslam. Probably destroys Eva Marie, and then we can finally see Alexa starting to get some actual direction. If WWE plans to copy and paste everything they did with The Fiend, that means Lilly will be in the title picture right after her debut. And assuming that Nikki Ash walks out of SummerSlam still champion, maybe that'll finally be a good quality feud for Alexa Bliss. Alexa and Nikki have also so much history together. Alexa is obviously the way she is today because of Nikki's actions and how Nikki basically left her alone in the ring to get abducted by the Fiend. So 2021 Alexa and Nikki are completely unrecognizable when compared to their 2020 former selves. So it'll be great to explore their history with each other, all while they feud again for the Raw Women's Championship. That would actually be a great story for both Nikki and Alexa. But we really don't know if we can be getting it because a lot of people don't really expect Nikki to retain her title at SummerSlam. But even a Charlotte vs. Alexa story could work. But then again, we still have PTSD from Seth Rollins vs. The Fiend. Would that be the same situation here, where you don't want your champion to lose, but you don't want the hot new character to lose either? The thought of Alexa debuting this new Lilly Fiend alter ego is exciting. But then you remember what company you're dealing with here, and your expectations just go right back down to the floor. If they couldn't get it right with the actual creator of the gimmick, what makes you think they're going to get it right without him? That's quite the challenge. They had The Fiend lose to Goldberg. How do you do that? How do you explain that? Let's hope that they don't bring back some retired women's wrestler that returns and squashes Lilly for the women's title. That's just the sort of thing that we've come to expect by now. So we'll see what happens with Alexa Bliss now that she's the owner of this gimmick. But Bray Wyatt is irreplaceable, and it really was such a weird move to not only give someone's creation to someone else, but to release them on top of it as well. It's wrong what they did. But with all of it now officially belonging to Alexa Bliss and Bray not coming back, we can only hope that they learned from their mistakes and take it into a much better direction than the first time around. But nothing that they've shown us so far with Alexa over these last few months has really given us any hope that that's the case. So it is a bit hard to be hopeful, but That's all we have left at this point. Just hope that they handle Alexa's Fiend better than the original direction for Bray's Fiend. Bray's Fiend and the entire momentum was really destroyed from that second ever match that featured the Fiend. Followed that up with a few months later with losing to Goldberg, which really felt like the end. Then having a 7-day Universal title reign, followed up by months of hiatus, multiple losses to Randy Orton, and it was completely over after that. They didn't have any plans for the Fiend because they absolutely destroyed and mishandled him. Such a great idea and concept destroyed in only a matter of months, and then kept getting more and more ruined as time went on. So, do we hope Lilly turns out to be an amazing revival of the Fiend? Absolutely, no doubt about it. Do we have high expectations for Lilly's storyline and direction-wise? No, not at all. It's to the point that it's extremely hard to be optimistic right now. This is the place that brings Goldberg back for multiple world title matches every year. They wanted to put Karrion Kross on a losing streak to start off his main roster career, and obviously they just released Bray Wyatt. Really hard to be hopeful with an operation that's being ran like that, but all we can do is wait and see. Speaking of this entire Bray Wyatt situation, fans have went back to the Raw after WrestleMania to pull some words from a Randy Orton interview that now have even more meaning to them. When asked about The Fiend on the Raw after WrestleMania, Randy Orton said to mark his words that The Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse will never be seen again in WWE. Of course, at the time, it seemed to be a hint about Orton vs. Wyatt continuing, but with Bray Wyatt's WWE release, it makes Orton's words actually true. We may never see Bray Wyatt in WWE again. So that Randy Orton promo from April is getting a lot of attention right now. There's also this image going around that shows a majority of the WWE superstars Randy Orton has interacted with over the last year and a half have all ended up leaving WWE and joining AEW. That list includes Christian, Big Show, Mark Henry, and Matt Hardy. All WWE superstars that Orton interacted with in 2020 and 2021 that all ended up leaving and joining AEW. If Bray Wyatt was to join AEW, he'll be another name added to this strange stat of Randy Orton sending former WWE superstars to AEW. But Bray seems to already have something planned. He changed his Instagram bio to say, Cult of Windham, coming soon. So it's hard to know for sure what that means at this given time. Maybe it's completely unrelated to wrestling, but fans assume that it could be related to his next big creative idea for where he lands next. Maybe a new faction, maybe similar to the Wyatt family, where he'll have some followers behind him. AEW's Dark Order was also trending on Twitter because fans were discussing the possibility for him to go to AEW and lead the Dark Order. Dark Order's original founder was the late great Brody Lee, who everyone knows was like a brother to Bray Wyatt. So is that something he would be interested in? Would he be open to taking over this faction and operation that Brody Lee was the founder of? Even just a moment in the ring between Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee Jr. would be a very special and very emotional moment. So the possibilities really are endless for someone as talented as Bray Wyatt, and everyone can't wait to see what's next for him. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.